It's a wonderful industry. There's so many different areas that you can touch on. We first got started back in 2002, and I was basically all by myself. I had my camera, I had my edit suite, and I thought I was good to go. When you go out and you shoot by yourself, I mean, it definitely is doable, but it also depends on the productions that you're looking for. So I soon realized that I needed to start asking people to come and help me. I first of all decided that I really needed some graphic arts for particular things because I tried doing my own graphic arts. That didn't work out too well, so I contacted a person that I knew, and his name was Jason Forseth from Nadia Design. We hit it off immediately. He's an excellent artist. He had never really worked in the video area, so we worked together, and the stuff that he puts out is just incredible. But now I also realized it's, we're setting up lights, we're doing different things. It all depends on the production, like I say. So I called on a couple of my nieces. When I was in high school, I took stagecraft and video production, and I really enjoyed everything about both of them. So when my aunt called me, a year after I had graduated and said that she needed someone to come work with her in her video production company, I said yeah. So
my aunt phoned me up one night and she asked me if I would like to come and work for her. I didn't have any experience, but I said, sure, I'll give it a try. When I first started, I was very I don't want to break anything. I was kind of scared to touch anything.
Especially once I heard the price of the equipment, I was pretty nervous to touch any of it, including the tripod. But we got through that pretty quick. We had to, within the first few years that I worked here, we took a few part-time courses at BCIT. We took a technical introduction, a couple of editing courses, and introduction to television and broadcasting, which was all of it. And so that all helped a ton at first. And
it helped my confidence to handle the equipment without going,
right from day one. They picked up on it, a little hesitant at first, but once they got into it and I let them do more hands-on, I think that really helps a lot. I try to quickly get people working with the equipment, even if it's just setting up a tripod. That sounds very simple to me, probably to Dana, probably to Brandy, but when Kelsey first came in, she had no experience either.
First of all, when I first started working here, I wasn't even thinking that I was going to get into this field. I was already in the process of in some other little course that was for fitness and nutrition. So I was thinking I was going to be doing that, but my aunt had offered that I could maybe just get a little part-time job being a librarian here. Doing that, it caught on or whatever. I didn't know too much about computers, so first of all, I learned quite a bit just working as the librarian. Not too long after, I think near the end of the summer of when I started, the opportunity to take intensive program at the Gulf Islands. It's called GIFTS. Going into that, I already knew a little bit, but just coming from there, I knew that was what I wanted to do. It just comes so so naturally to me with being creative.
And now she could easily shoot a video all by herself. She could edit the video by herself. And she was working here for 4 years. Now she's taking the diploma program, the same program I took at BCIT. There's so many different areas that you need people. I mean, I found out instantly I needed a bookkeeper. I needed someone doing my accounts for me. So I called one of my cousins, Kathy Hall, and she came in and she took that over, and the two of us hashed out how to do budgets.
And I've been working with her since probably about 2002. Started helping her with the budgets for video production. We kind of learned that through some of the information she had from her courses, and we've also looked things up on the internet just to make sure we're in the right ballpark. And I've learned a lot working with Sandra with set design and all the other little jobs that go along with producing a video.
I really think this industry is fun. I think there's a lot of things that you can do, even if you decide not to get into video production. I think, learning your computer skills, working with your art, even setting up lights, you could just become really good at lighting, because lighting techniques are something that's very interesting. We did have a bit of a workshop with Dwayne Thornhill of Blackwater Media.
I've been working in television since about 1987, and I believe it was probably back in 2003, 2004 when I first met Sandra and learned about Bare Image Productions. As time progressed, we managed to work on various projects together. Sandra has hired me as a contractor to do workshops for her and the girls. And one thing that we became very apparent was that we shared a lot of same principles when it came to television production, in the sense that, we both have companies here in Chilliwack, but we are not in competition with each other. We collaborate, and it's worked out quite well. Sandra has projects that she has hired me to do lighting or audio or whatever for, and I can bring in whatever skills or talents that I have to that production, and then Sandra and her team complete the productions, and it becomes quite a nice project in the end.
So we've stayed very, very close together as production companies. I like to work with people. I don't like to compete. I just figure there's got to be some way we can work together. So with Blackwater Media and Nadia Design, I've certainly discovered this. We have started right from the bottom, and we've been teaching people ever since, myself and my nieces included. We've also brought in summer students.
First summer I started, I mainly worked with organizing files in the library. Second summer, I worked on the ESI production. I worked on a lot of shot listing and just assistant work, taking still pictures of the production and just observing a lot, and it helped in my third summer when I actually started to do a lot of hands-on work, where I learned a lot about the camera and its functions, and I actually got some experience working with the camera. I learned a lot about editing and how complicated it really is to edit, but as I got used to it, turned out to be a lot of fun. It's like putting together your own little story, and the finished product is a lot of fun to see, and you feel very proud at the end.
Sometimes I'm too busy directing or producing, so the girls have to take on the role of instructor, and they just do wonderful. I think Bare Image Productions is a great place for people to come, and whether they're getting a start in video production, learning how to do computers, organization skills, directing, producing, graphic arts, we try and make it as fun as we can.
There's always something different to do. We have a program on Shaw, and it's Bear Tracks, and I do a lot of voiceover for that. I do the voiceover, and I also do, I'm roped into being the talent sometimes, which is fine by me, because like I said, when you come to work, there's always something different to do.
I've always been really interested in visual arts. It's really nice that video production is really connected to that, for graphics, for titling, for labels. I've worked with Jason, our graphics guy, since the beginning as well, and he's showed me all the basics. It's a whole nother like artistic side of this business that's really interesting, and I'm really glad that I get to kind of touch on all of it.
Right now I do have a program called Bear Tracks. It does run on Shaw. Unfortunately at this moment it's not budgeted, so we tend to take programs from shows that we've been budgeted for, like shooting stuff for the Chilquaque tribe, shooting stuff for our own band, Chiacton.
Real means we're multi-dimensional human beings, creatures. We have a body, a mind, a soul. We have our emotions, and they're so interconnected. When something happens in one area, it influences all the others.
On June 19th, family and friends gathered at the Chiacton Community Hall.
Today is our 10th annual Student Awards for the Chiacton students from kindergarten to grade 12. Well, our whole goal here is to keep the kids in school.
I started school in 1929, I think, at Sardis Elementary. My sister Winnie and I used to walk down to school. We just got nicely started, and then they came and took all our brothers and sisters away and put us in Coquilisa residential school, prison we call it.
The original place name here is Hat Sak, not Hatsik.
Place names can range from an entire mountain to a single rock in the river, each as important as the last.
What I'm hoping is one day that we can start our own web broadcast program, because the web is the place to be.
I've learned all areas of video production, and it's awesome, and it's been a really good experience, and I enjoy it a lot. It's just opens up your imagination.
And the 10 years that I've worked at Bear Image Productions, I've learned a ton in school and in experience working here. And honestly, I don't want to do anything else. It's just that every part of it is fun.
Sandra and her crew knew exactly what they were doing, and they filled all the gaps that needed to be filled. And what I mean by that was we needed to write a script, we needed to set the scenes, we needed the proper lighting, we needed the production, we needed to film it, we needed to break down the scenes afterwards and edit it, and we needed a final product that looked finished and polished. We've since created 3 of these DVDs, and they've been translated into French and closed captioned for the Deafstream community, and they've been really widely used across the nation in universities, libraries, colleges, training centers, and I'm just so excited to promote this partnership, because I'm very proud of the work that Bear Image Productions has done. Whenever I hear or meet with an organization that says they have a mandate or a purpose or a role that they're trying to promote, I really try to recommend to them it is really worth their time and the little bit of extra money that it's going to cost to work with Sandra and her group. Because not only do they do a bang-up professional job, they're wonderful to work with.
So we've made some connections in Chilliwack. I always think to myself, you know, keep it as local as you can, meet as many people as you can in the industry. Our studio is located on the Chiacton First Nation. I am Chiacton, I'm Stalo, I'm from this territory, and I would really like to teach more First Nation youth to do what we do.
Sore from the shackles in the sweatshop that I work in.
She definitely needed help. She did some lousy productions.
You're a